Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today, last week I did a video about, I'm making videos in reference to some comments that I've received in reference to um, my toad ceremony. So today this video is going to be about the cosmic giggles. I thought that I wanted to, do something, share something fun about my experience with Toad. And here it is. This is one funny thing that I found funny. This is like my third time making this video because weird things keep happening during me filming this video. And I'm actually going to at the end, I'm going to piece together another part of a previous video that I made that I didn't want to post, but there's this joke that if you are a movie person, I'm a movie person, there's this movie called The Usual Suspect. And there's this very old saying, I think Kaiser Sorsay says it in the movie The Usual Suspect. He says that the greatest trick that the devil ever played on man was he convinced man that he didn't exist. That's the greatest trick that the devil played on man. And it leads me to this experience, my experience with Bufu Toad ceremony and the cosmic giggles. I don't believe in the devil, so there's that. But I thought that the message, that joke was very fitting for this topic. During my Toad ceremony, I had a breakthrough. And this happened in the early stages of the breakthrough that I experienced on Toad during my Toad ceremony. I was greeted by something, a divine intelligence. I don't know. I don't begin to know or claim that I know what was greeting me or what's there. I'm just sharing with you my experience as I try to work it out in my mind and do more research about, what's exactly going on there. So my spirit team, that's the label that I'm giving them. My spirit team greets me. I'm very happy to see them and they're happy to see me. It was like a reunion. I was like, hey, and I was just so happy. They were happy to see me, but it's not the medicine.
I didn't understand that.
The medicine is very, it's not a visual medicine per se, but I'm going to tell you like this. It's vision without images. I know you're not going to be able to understand that, but that's what it is. So I'm going with that for right now. So a part of the experience, part of my experience was I reviewed my life some kind of way. It was like a life review. It was like a near death. It was sort of like very similar to what I've heard people describe near death experiences as. So I got the greeter. There's a greeter. And, that took me through, well, initially it was trying to take me through my life review, and I was resisting because I did not want to look at my life and review it. But the more I tried to resist looking, the harder it became for me to resist, because that force is very strong. It's overpowering. You can't resist. You must. So somehow I was in a spiritual chokehold to to watch my video, which is my life, my life experience. So as I'm going through this review of my life, you know, I have this communication that's going on, and everything is happening very fast all at once. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to turn off my television because I don't know why Alexa keeps responding, and that was part of some of the video that I was going to connect. Alexa gave a spiritual quote on her own. Crazy thing. Artificial intelligence is real. But give me 1 moment so I can turn the TV off. Okay, so where was I? So I was going through this review, and as I was going through this review, spirit guide, you know, was telling me, you know, XYZ, about you wrote your life before you came here. And all of these horrible things that has happened to you, they had a purpose. Not only did they have a purpose, but you constructed this experience prior to you coming. You wrote this. You wrote this. And that's what it kept playing over and over and over and over again. You wrote this. You wrote this. And I was resistant to that idea that I prepared this life for me. Because I said, you know, I started arguing with the spirit. I'm like, I didn't do this. I would have never written such a life for me. What kind of, who does this? Why didn't I write a life that of XYZ? I was, you know, communicating back. And I was like, no, I refuse to believe this. I did not do this. I did not do this. I kept saying, no, no, no. I did not do this. I did not do this. But it became so overwhelming that I had to look, and I had to acknowledge the truth, that that is exactly what happened. And boom, it woke me up. It woke me up. It like it all came flooding back to me, the memories of me preparing before this journey here, as playing this role, because that's what we're doing. We're here playing roles that contributes to our personal individual growth spiritually, and it contributes, your experiences goes into a bank, if you will, of experiences, and those experiences helps the collective evolve. Just as your personal individual experiences helps you evolve personally, your experiences also helps contributes to the collective, the evolution of the collective. Excuse me. So after I realized that, and I became more accepting of that, because it became such a strong truth, and everything started to make sense. I was like, oh, okay, that's why that happened. And then I started to see the divine plan. and how I fit into the divine plan. And I was like, oh, you know, is that why that happened? It just made so much perfect sense. Oh, is that what? Oh, it was just like, I can't even describe it. It all made so much sense. And then I was like, you know, I still had, it was still unbelievable. I was like, you know, this is crazy. I mean, how could I do that? How could that happen? Why would I write this experience out for me? Why not another experience? Obviously, because the other experiences isn't what you needed. You needed this experience. That's why you have this experience. And as the communication began to get more and more in depth, it's like I had another awakening. So you go through several different transitions. So the first one was me consuming toad and waking up in a different state of consciousness and being greeted by, you know, my spirit team or spirit guides, whatever you would like to call them. And then I went through a life review, and I got certain knowledge and understanding as what my life was all about, the purpose of it, who orchestrated it, and the reason why. And then, you know, the grand reality hits you that you are the one that is orchestrating everything. There's no God doing this. It's you that's doing this. And when that was presented to me, it was like I woke up again. So I not only shift consciousness from the toad ceremony to, you know, being with the spirit guide, going over my life review, you know, that sort of thing. I had another awakening within that awakening to realizing that it is me behind the curtain. And that was the most funniest realization that I could have ever had. It's like that joke. The greatest trick the devil ever played on the world was convincing man that he doesn't exist. The greatest joke that you play on yourself is convincing yourself that you're not the grand architect behind your life. And that is the grand joke. That is the cosmic joke. The punchline is that you did it for your personal development and experience. It's not even real. And that was just the most hilarious thing ever. It was so funny that the next day I felt like I had been to the gym and worked out on my abs for at least 2 hours straight. It was so funny that I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. It was hilarious. I couldn't stop saying, I did this. I did this. It was just so funny. I'm like, oh, wow. I can't believe that I fell for, it was like, I fell for this joke. I'm super smart. How could I come here and actually fall for this joke? You know, it's like you're here, before you go, you have this ego of like, you know, you assume that it's going to be a piece of cake, you know. But when you get here, you get so attached to your role. And then, you know, you're dealing with this ego that you think that you'll be able to control when you're on the other side. But it's a whole different story. Someone said, which brings me to this. Someone said in my comment section, he said, we're all perfect. We're all perfect spirit. We're all perfect. And we come here like on a vacation because we're bored. Even still, if we come here as a vacation to play this game, it's a game that you're playing, and this game has a purpose, right? You come here and you continuously come here to play this game because you're bored in your perfect state. So you come here to play this game. But with any and all games, the purpose of them is to beat the grand design, is it not? It's to beat something. You don't play a game if there's no reward to it. You keep playing it because you're either trying to beat your competition or you're trying to beat the game itself. You know, you're trying to win. You're trying to level up. You're trying to evolve. Even though you're perfect, you're still trying to evolve. And I explained to him, it's like this. There are infinite states of being. And in each state that you are in, you are perfect in that state. But as you grow and you elevate to a different state. And in that state, you are perfect. And that's how that goes from my perspective, my opinion. It isn't etched in gold. I'm just sharing with everybody what I took away from the ceremony and the experiences that I've had spiritually from Toad ceremony. So that was my contribution to my channel today, talking about cosmic giggles. I wish everyone could feel the cosmic giggles. It's the most divine joke. It's a healing joke. The laughter was, it was a way of me purging. You know, some people purge through tears. Some people purge through vomit, diarrhea, that sort of thing. Laughter is it was so intense, and the laughter was so strong. It was, now that I think about it, I can see that I was purging. I was purging through my laughter. I was laughing and crying at the same time. You know, I can't put into words what Toad medicine is, and there's no one, I believe, who could put a description on the spirit molecule. But definitely, I would say that it has been definitely a phenomenal ride for me. And the perspective that I gained from Toad ceremony, it helped me shift my perspective about life. I'm happier now. I try not to take things as serious as I used to. I've always had a very, I think I have a good sense of humor. Although everyone says my jokes are dry, I still like telling those dry ass jokes, and I'm the only one who laughs at them. I'm that type of person. So, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I wish you much laughter this week. It is very healing to the soul. Is the experience real? Like Toad ceremony, is the other side real? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if, you know, the other side is real, but I tell you, it's more real than here. And I don't know if it's real. I don't know shit. But what I can tell you is that it feels so good. And I'm going to leave that there. Ashe, everyone. Ashe, ashe, ashe.